Now time for Heat 4 for Minimax, and it's groups B versus D. Let's take you through the starting grid. So, from pole position, Jakub Gasparovic will be joined by Nikita Nikishov on the front row. Jacob Ashcroft and Albie Friend make it a little British row 2, with the Netherlands and Hungary row 3. Boris Maximov and Marcel Zebo. Jensen Chalk and Kenzo Craigie on row 4, with Henry Domain, the Heat 1 winner from earlier on today, joined by Denmark's Kasper Nissen. And we've got Jakub Kubera and Noah Barham on row 6. Len Abbas and Patrikos Georgios for Lithuania, row 7. Leopold Jourg and Dimitri Matrenin, row 8. Row 9, Christian Stefanov and Jente Noonen. Eric Brandsborg, Jakob Assam and Jaroslav Matrenin, rounding out the 21-strong grid. And I have to echo Jen Wade's sentiments that she's just messaged me, saying it's so great to see so many talented young drivers out there, and we're going to see a lot of them in 2 weeks' time at Portimao for the grand finals. So the first time that Portugal held the grand finals was back in 2006. Other countries that have hosted it, well, Portugal has hosted it will be 5 times. Bahrain was last year. We've had Italy 4 times. We've also had Brazil, Spain, the United States of America, the United Arab Emirates back in 2011, and it wasn't the first time. That was also in 2007. Egypt in 2009, Malaysia in 2005. Spain's held it twice. When you look at 2004, you had Lanzarote stroke Spain. Egypt has also held it twice. South Africa, Malaysia's held it twice, but the opening grand finals was held in Puerto Rico. So we've been we've been to North America, we've been to South America, we've been to the Emirates, we've been to Asia, and now we go back to Portimao for the 5th incursion. And now we get ready for Heat 4 Minimax, B versus D. Out of the final corner, the revs will now start to build as they head into the tram lines. Red lights on the gantry. Are we ready? Are we steady? Lights are out first time. We are underway, and it's a good even start from the front row. All a little bit of a touch between Gasparovic and Nikishov, as Jacob Ashcroft was looking to try and go up the inside. Everyone has actually made it through thus far. Someone was running a little bit wide coming out of turn 4. That was Jensen Chalk in the 118. Albert Friend looking towards the outside of Jacob Ashcroft. Someone up the inside. Might not have been Marcel Zebo. Might have been Boris Maximov in the 130. As they hurtle their way down the Europolan for the first time through into turn 7 at the chicane. Into the right-hander here at turn number 8. Gasparovic trying to strike out an early lead. Well, Henry Domain from 9th is up to 3rd. 162 has had a drama. To be honest with you, that would be Jakob Assam from Austria. It's Jacob Ashcroft keeping with Henry Domain. They are currently running 3rd, 4th, and there's another fellow Brit, Albie Friend, in the 191, rounding out the top 5. Now Ashcroft goes for the move on Domain through turn 6. He parks it on the apex, not allowing Domain to counter-attack, but now he's the one that's going to be the hunted, and those behind are the hunters. Now Boris Maximov up the inside of Albert Friend through into turn number 9. Gets through for 5th place, but Gasparovic leads. 2nd, it's Nikishov. 3rd, it's Ashcroft. Then it's Domain, Maximov, and Friend. They round out the top 6 positions. Also just behind Kasper Nissen from Denmark. And a bit of a send here. Boris Maximov neatly up the inside of the 154 Cut Republic chassis of Henry Domain. up to 4th place for the Dutch driver. Right, 143 has just had a 5-second penalty for breaking formation. That is Dimitri Matrenin, currently sitting in 15th position at the moment. Oh, that was a bit close there. Boris Maximov was looking towards the inside of Jacob Ashcroft and had to go hard on the anchors. Nearly put the 130 and the 122 from the Netherlands and Great Britain at risk of losing out on 3rd position. But this time through turn 12, Maximov makes the move on Jacob Ashcroft and gets up into 3rd place. Now he can start chasing down the front 2 as Nikishov trying to sweep wide through the kink at turn 1 and into the right-hander at turn 2. Gasparovic was ready and anticipated that nicely. Now Nikishov goes for the lead through turn 6 and gets through. Maximov and Ashcroft now with them. Keep your eyes on Domain and Friend just behind. So this is going to be a 6-kart scrap for the race lead. Nikishov getting probably having a little bit of pressure from behind, courtesy of Jakub Gasparovic. But on cue, Boris Maximov up the inside of the 197 for 2nd place and gets the job done through the apex and the exit of turn number 9. Now Maximov is going to start chasing. And at the moment, 3 minutes to go. It's anyone's guess who is going to win this 4th heat. Jacob Ashcroft pulls out of the slipstream on Jakub Gasparovic. And oh, moment there for Ashcroft. Big moment there for the 122 based out of Western-super-Mare. And he's dropped all the way back, way behind. He looked for the move. It didn't quite pay off, and he got compromised significantly as Albie Friend makes his way past Henry Domain. And now Boris Maximov leads the way. The 134 of Noah Barham in 16th has just had a time penalty for pushing. 5 seconds will be added to the young Brits' race time. Albie Friend makes his way up into 4th position. Hopefully he might be able to bring those drivers behind him, because now I've just spotted that Jacob Ashcroft is behind Kasper Nissen from Denmark. A bit further back. Oh, right. Jakub Kubera managing to make a move. That would have been on Marcel Zebo, who now drops to 10th place. Top 5 covered by less than 9/10 of a second. I've got a feeling that over the next minute and 3/4, that is going to be reduced somewhat. As into turn 6, the top 7 go. And Kubera again is swapping positions with Marcel Zebo, representing Hungary in the 178 on the Esprit chassis. So, for those watching at home, pick a winner from this. I can't see who's going to win this one, but Boris Maximov is starting to pull away. But if Nikishov and Gasparovic, Friend and Domain, start working together, but Gasparovic has got other ideas. Sends it up the inside of the Spaniard through turn 12. Now gets through. Does not give Nikishov an opportunity to get past. As they head into turns 1 and 2 once again, hard on the brakes. So those drivers. Maximov did have a half-second lead. Now I'm going to keep an eye on the sector 1 times. How much faster than Boris Maximov will Jakub Gasparovic be? Because the first timing beam is going to be coming across the Europolan very, very shortly. And Gasparovic was fractionally quicker than both Maximov and Nikishov. Nikishov is just trying to get through. Albert Friend is waiting, and now he looks to go up the inside of the Spaniard in the 120. Can't get the job done. This is going to allow Henry Domain an opportunity to get through, but Albert Friend switchback ahoy through turn number 10, and he opens the door nicely for Henry Domain. Now Jacob Ashcroft comes back into this and looks to the inside of turn 12. He goes through. Timer is about to be very, well, that was very close. 2 seconds to go, and Boris Maximov crosses the start-finish line, so we go on to the penultimate lap. Jakub Kubera is having an absolute mare at the moment, battling away with Marcel Zebo once more. I think they've both changed paces again But Boaz Maximov is away and clear, and the gap back to Jakub Gasparovic is nearly 7/10 of a second. Fastest lap of the race on lap 5, Jacob Ashcroft, 59.150. He currently sits in 5th position because Henry Domain has gotten through. Drivers making their way down towards turn number 10. What's going to be the penultimate time? We're on lap number 8 out of 9. So the last lap board is going to be seen first by the 130 from the Netherlands, Boaz Maximov. Across the line he goes. 8.5 tenths is his advantage going on to the 9th and final lap, and Albert Friend just goes quicker than anybody and actually pips Jacob Ashcroft's best lap time by well, not by much, by 3/100ths of a second. Albert Friend now looking up the inside of Jakub Gasparovic as Gasparovic runs a little bit wide, just based on the attack vector. And Gasparovic is off! Gasparovic is off. Domain went up the inside, and the 197 from KF Racing Team drops out of the running. That was very, very close indeed. And oh my goodness me, Nikita Nikishov tries to get through on Jacob Ashcroft and gets the job done. But out of the final corner, it is going to be another win for the Netherlands. It's not Mats van Rooyen this time. It is Boaz Maximov in the 130 who takes the win. Great job by Albert Friend to take P2 ahead of Henry Domain. Jacob Ashcroft manages to go back ahead of Nikita Nikishov in the dying stages to take 4th place ahead of the Spaniard in the 120. And a good work by Casper Nissen. Started 10th, finished in 6th place. But there is your race winner, Boaz Maximov, picking up the win. So we have a full course yellow situation, which means this is your cool down lap. I'm sure that Boaz Maximov and his dad Serge will be happy about that one. So let's have a look at the results for this particular heat. It was Boaz Maximov that took the race victory ahead of Albert Friend, who led a trio of Brits across the line. Henry Domain and Jacob Ashcroft rounded out the top 4. Nikita Nikishov from Spain in 5th. Casper Nissen, Jakub Gasparovic, Kenzo Craigie, Marcel Zibo and Jakub Kubera rounding out the top 10. Belgium's Jent Themunen was 11th, ahead of Patrikas Jokius. Then we got Leopold Jourg, Eric Bransborg, Christian Stefanov, Jakob Assam, Jaroslav Matrenin, Jensen Chalk finishing in 18th, ahead of Dimitri Matrenin, with Len Abbas and Noah Barham rounding out the finishing order for the 21 drivers. Scrutineering checks, and right, Leopold Jourg has just got a front fairing penalty, but let's just have a little bit of a recap over the race. There was Jakub Gasparovic starting from pole position. And there was the 5 second. That was the clear moment when the 143 broke formation as Gasparovic led the field. Jacob Ashcroft wrestling with the steering wheel. You can just see. Now there was something I didn't see a little bit earlier on. Now that was the 162 that got a turnaround, and that was Jakob Assam from Austria. Here's Boaz Maximov. He was definitely on point with his overtaking. Was the 130 from the Netherlands. He got past Jakub Gasparovic and went hunting after Spain's Nikita Nikishov. And this is the moment where he managed to get through. There was Jacob Ashcroft's attempt at trying to get past on Jakub Gasparovic, and it nearly put him out of contention. Gasparovic would then get through on Nikishov, but then all hell broke loose a little bit further behind because Friend, Domain, Ashcroft and Nikishov, and then there was the moment when Domain sent it up the inside through turn 7, and Jakub Gasparovic had to take the escape route, but it was Boaz Maximov that took the victory by nearly 1.5 seconds after that race.